Manchester United just won an away game, and that is why I'm smiling, because I could not see... I've seen that happening at half-time here at Selhurst Park, where I'm just about the last person left inside this stadium. Do you want to have a look? Not that the view from where I'm sat is any good, but I'll show you anyway, because, well, you're interested in these things, aren't you? So this is from the main stand that they're going to rebuild, and then over in the far corner is the away end, and that's the Holmesdale Road end, that old 8,500. And this is like a really old sort of main stand. Spin it back round to me here, because the view's not very good. But it's a nice day. Sunny, long day. Woke up at 3:45 this morning. So if I'm tired, you know, I look tired, but don't know that matters, does it? Because United have just won. And that's, United won 1 of 11 away games at Liverpool, and Leicester, I think, was a win before that, back in March. And Palace are strong. They're not particularly strong at home. They did play in Europe on Thursday night, but that was a much needed win, especially after Everton. I just spoke to someone from the club, and they're like, should have won against Everton. I'm like, yeah, but we didn't. Yeah, but we should have done. Yeah, but we didn't. But we did today, with 2 second-half goals. And my ratings are as follows. Good United end, by the way, especially towards the end. Selling the United, we stand outside the away end. Cheers to everyone who bought one. People were coming out just bouncing. What a difference the mood is when you've won the game, because it was such a bitty first half. United were really poor on the ball. It was scrappy. Palace have not been beaten at home here since February. So the ratings are Lamans, 6. He saved from Adam Wharton after 12 from 12. That's 12 minutes, 12 yards out after a long throw. You see more of these long throws in every Premier League game. The ball came straight at him, but he was looking right into the sun. That was a factor today. Maybe you couldn't see it on TV, but it was definitely a factor, as is my unsteady tripod, which should be much better, but we will get there, don't worry. So Lamans gets a 6. He went the wrong way for Mateta's first half penalty, and then the retake, which is a rule which was brought in this season, he had no chance on that one. Euro 4, the ball at his shins and bounced badly to Mateta, who should have scored after 15 minutes. Top block from Pina on 24, but he got the wrong side of Mateta. He stumbled into him to concede that penalty after 32 minutes. That was poor defending. He came off just after half time. Not a good day for him. I think he knew that. Delict 5, got in at the back post for an early corner. I think United identified that as an area to exploit. His header, I've written here, straight into delight. After 15 minutes went wrong and settled Mateta's chance. He slipped to let a chance happen before the break. He was frustrated when one of his balls forward wasn't chased in the second half. Luke Shaw, good, just seeing him there talking to Martin Tyler. He ran past Mount once in a game which was short of runners. Super block on Nketiah when it should have been 2 to Palace. That was his best moment of the season. The game. Got booked. That was Luke Shaw's 300th game for Manchester United. So a good game today, and another who needed it, because against Everton it wasn't a good game for him. Delo 7, yeah, giving 2 people who've been under getting a bit of stick good marks, but I mean it. He did struggle going forward in the first half. The whole team were poor in the first half. Much better, like the whole team in the second half. He was fortunate to get booked, not to get booked at one point. And he held his hand up after a pull ball forward after 83, but he got a key touch after 89 as Palace pushed for an equaliser. His long throws did make a difference. Ahmad 5, he slowed the pace of play down too much in the first half. It wasn't the right thing to do. United just couldn't get going. And he did the same in the second half when United were 2-up, when it was absolutely the right thing to do. Casemiro 6, just saw him then walking out. I said, Dorobong. He said, Dorobong. And that's it. How are you doing? Good, sweet. Nice one, mate. He had an incredible chance in the first minute. and there's a goal scramble, and Dean Henderson punched the air in celebration. I'm told he ran in front of the television cameras as well. And then he was floored after 90 minutes. Casemiro, there's then a free kick and he headed wide from that. Better in the second like the rest of them. Bruno Fernandes, just seen him be presented with the Player of the Match award. Did well. He was busier. He shot well over after 42. He hit a few crosses in. Lovely ball towards Zirkzee for United's first. Laid the ball to Mount for United's second. That was well worked. It was intelligent. And Mbeumo 5. Scuffed the first minute chance that fell to Casemiro. Booked after 16 for throwing a long ball down in anger. Was that more of a yellow card than a tackle on Casemiro? Poor cross after 23, which hit the first man. And he rolled a shot at Dean Henderson after 76 minutes, by which time United fans were starting to sing jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to see United win away. Whoa. It's cold today, and it's actually cold now. It's going to get even colder when the sun disappears behind this stand. So basically for £2,500 you can get a heat pump fitted in your house from a Manchester company, and you're getting grants for about £7,500 off that, leaving you to pay about £2,500, which you can get on 0% finance. Much more efficient way of heating your house, lower bills, future-proofing your home. If I had one in here now, like on the chair next to me, I'd just be being enveloped by heat from a pump of heat. The world would be at peace with my heat pump. I know you all laugh and jest, etc, but it is a good Manchester company. Give them a shout, they'll give you a quote. And there's government money there. Use it, don't abuse it. And the details are in underneath the notes here, but £7,500 government grant, that is government money, take it. So, who've I still got left to do? I've got Mason Mount, just spoke to him. So what was your conversation with Bruno Fernandes? Was it like a proper conversation? Yeah, he told me. So I'll put that as a news story on Monday. No, Monday, because today's Sunday. He was busier than any United player in the first half, but he needed to get better angles from Josh Zirkzee to pass to. He had no runners around him. Palace did, that's why they were effective. Palace didn't play well either, not even in the first half. But then it really turned in the second half for Mount. He pressed better, United ran smarter. That's the first time he's played 90 minutes twice in a week as a Manchester United player since he was at Chelsea. We just told him that, he didn't know that. He said, really, when was the last time? I was going to blag him and say when you were 6 playing in Portsmouth, but I didn't. But I know Bruno won man of the match, but I think Mason Mount was a shout for it as well. But more than that, good that he's becoming more important. I was not uncomfortable when he started today. I was with Josh Zirkzee. I just think, I know he scored a great goal today. In fact, I just said to him then, where does that rank in your best goals scored? And his reply was, I don't know. What an answer. I said, you should just say like it's my 3rd best ever. I'm giving Josh Zirkzee a 7. He was poor in the first half. He looked lost at times, in my opinion, and that's all it is. Formed, looking beyond many stanchions at Selhurst Park. But that equaliser was really lovely. He broke the offside trap. I think Glasner was furious at that. He took the ball on his chest and then he struck low from a tight angle for his first goal in almost 1 calendar year. Better footwork from him in the second half too. Well done, more of the same please. Substitutes, Mazraoui, he made the difference actually. 6, came on for Yoro after 54, added to United in defence and in attack. He was fouled by Gay, who was booked. Martinez, 6, came on for Shaw after 82 to a big roar from the 3,000 away fans. His first minutes after 10 months. Actually, he did his injury against Crystal Palace, didn't it? I just spoke to him then, and I said to him in Spanish, are you good? And he went, hey, good. And I said, good luck. And that was it. I was out for headline news. These little one-word answers. Can't all be like Johnny Evans, can they? Where they're discussing like the budget and stuff like that. Martinez, I've done him 6. Mainu came on. Was on for insufficient time to get a mark. Came on for Rumbumo for the 90. Dorgu came on for Ahmad as well. Dorgu. So yeah, that is it. I just think I've got that. I've got that right, and I've got it the wrong way around because Rumbumo was already playing. Dorgu came on for Ahmad. Yeah, I've got that. All right. So. United We Stand is up for the British Fanzine of the Year award on Monday night in London, big awards ceremony. We won it twice in 2012, 2019, every 7 years. We're going to win it in 2025. I'm really proud of the mag, really proud of everyone who contributes, of the number of people who buy it still in this day and age. So I'd like to think I've got to be in with a good shout, but I'm not the judge, am I? But I'll go along. And if we win it, I will do something stupid. And then we've got West Ham, Old Trafford, so I'll be there on Thursday. Then we've got Wolves away. I just feel like a weight has been lifted. I know you shouldn't be too reactionary to results, but that was a really important win today. Because had United lost that after Everton, having played so poorly in the first half, I would just feel it would have gone back to that sort of post-Brentford low. All the people will be coming out going, the manager's got to go. And people are entitled to their opinion. But suddenly getting people being arsey with you for no reason. Because that's what happens if you're me. And the opposite is true. When Manchester United win. It feels like this season something's there for taking. And I think it was Mount just said then, top 4 Champions League. If the players are thinking that, that's got to be a good thing. I'll leave it because I've got to get from deepest South London to Ealing in West London. Till next time, thanks for watching. Goodbye.